And now I'd like you to enjoy this clip of Jake Tapper calling out the Speaker of the House's lies on TV in real time to his face.
All right, this clip is going down in the history book. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson and one of Trump's closest stooges just got wrecked by Jake Tapper live on CNN. This reads, Jake Tapper just took Mike Johnson to the woodshed after Johnson tries to claim that Trump never said he would use the military on U.S. citizens. Tapper plays a clip, corrects him, and then concludes the interview with, quote, it's like you were answering questions from a completely different interviewer. Here is the entire segment of Speaker of the House Mike Johnson on CNN. It already has 6,000 likes. Without further ado, let's jump in. All that I ask from you is to leave a like on the video, make sure you drop some blue hearts, and let's break down Mike Johnson floundering live on CNN.
Donald Trump repeatedly referred to prominent Democrats and others on the left in the United States, American citizens, as, quote, the enemy from within, unquote. And he suggested as president he would want to use the National Guard or military against them. Let me play some of that for our viewers.
Boom.
The bigger problem are the people from within. We have some very bad people. We have some sick people, radical left lunatics. And I think they're the big, and it should be very easily handled by, if necessary, by National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military, because they can't let that happen.
He clearly says right there, we have some very sick radical left lunatics, and they need to be handled by the National Guard, potentially. There is no way to work around that, but Mike Johnson tries to act like that wasn't just said in this clip.
One of the first things you did when you joined Congress was to create the Honor and Civility Caucus. Does wanting to use the military against political opponents, would that pass muster with the Civility Caucus?
That's not... Jake, you know that's not what he's talking about there. What he's talking about is marauding gangs of dangerous, violent people who are destroying public property.
He talked about Adam Schiff and
threatening
Pelosi.
Other American citizens.
He's not talking. Governor Youngkin tried this with me too. He was very clear. Let me play, because he was asked about this later on, because Fox always likes to give Donald Trump an opportunity to clean it up, and he always says, no, I said what I meant. Here's what he said when asked about it the next day.
It is the enemy from within, and they're very dangerous. They're Marxists and communists and fascists, and they're sick. I use a guy like Adam Schiff because they made up the Russia hoax. It took 2 years to solve the problem. Absolutely nothing was done wrong, et cetera, et cetera. They're dangerous for our country. We have China, we have Russia, we have all these countries. If you have a smart president, they can all be handled.
This dude just doubled down. He tripled down and threw a bombshell in there. They're Marxists, Democrats, enemies from within. When he says the enemy from within, keep in mind that is an ever-changing definition that basically means anybody who disagrees with him. He names Adam Schiff by name. So the fact that he's not talking about Democrats when he says mobilizing the National Guard is false, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. But also, the enemy from within could be your neighbor.
Fuck you, Mike Johnson. You're not going to get away with that bullshit anymore. You can try and sell that bullshit on your side of the political aisle, and they'll buy that shit all day long. The rest of us with a fucking brainstem, we're not going to let you bullshit us and tell us what Donald Trump did say when we heard what the motherfucker said.